All right, we got a brand new full show for you today. And I got to say, I got a little weepy. Got a little weepy at the end of Jeff's brand new song of the week.
Oh, man.
You know, we're going into Father's Day. And of course, Jeff loves to celebrate some dads.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she also cried at the end of Big Pumpkin.
Yeah,
for Thanksgiving.
That's
so.
true. That's true. That's true.
But I'll agree, this is a really kind of a sweet one almost.
It is.
I'm going to use it as my gift.
Oh,
hey.
yeah. Oh, you are. That's good.
It's funny, too.
Yeah, well, apparently you bought your dad a Traeger a couple years ago, and it didn't work out
He doesn't use
well.
any gift I buy him.
That's
Okay, started.
unbelievable.
He'll enjoy the song more.
Yeah,
there it is.
probably.
All right, before we start the new show, what are our comments that we like,
Yeah,
Alexis?
there's one from Sammy Salaby who said, guys, I don't think you're good for me. I listen to you while working out in the gym, and I'm just laughing the entire time, and everyone looks at me like I'm crazy.
Hey, you're just always doing abs.
Yeah. I thought that was a breakup text at first.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
No, we're motivation.
All right, there we go. I love it. I love it. All right, your new full hour starts right now.
Father's Day is this weekend. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. And I know out of the four people here, most of us are adults, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Am I clocking that right?
Sometimes more than others.
Do you pay your cell phone bill yet, Alexis?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't think it
Not
counts then.
maturity-wise, none of us are adults.
In the eyes of the law, we are all
yes.
adults.
Yeah, that's
Sadly.
true.
So-
I'm still trying to get that juvenile cookie.
As grown-ups, are we still supposed to get our dads something on Father's Day?
Of course.
Yes, Jeff.
More fun. You can
don't
afford stuff now.
Grow out of being your father's kid. Like, you're always your father's kid.
But it's just weird as like a grown man to give another grown man a gift.
I don't think so.
It just feels odd.
That is strange.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you guys getting your dads something? Because I'm not.
Yeah,
We just have a
yes.
tradition in our family where on Father's Day, my dad calls me so I can wish him Happy Father's Day.
He calls you.
And you still
Yeah.
ignore his call,
You're
don't
supposed
you?
to call them.
If he calls 3 times, that's how I know he's serious and I'll pick him up.
Poor dad.
That is so sad because your dad is so nice.
Yeah.
We've met your father, and he is
Sure,
a
yeah,
lovely,
he's
lovely
nice to
person.
people who aren't his son. I'm sure that's really sweet. What about you guys, Brooke? Did you have a tradition in your family for Father's Day?
Yeah, I have gifts for him for this weekend. I'm not going to say what. I'm going to be with my dad.
Oh, yeah, no, I totally believe you.
Yeah.
Sure. Jose, do you do something for your dad?
Yeah, I always get him something. This year I got him a soccer jersey and, I always send him something sporty or we'll go to lunch or dinner or something.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What about Alexis? I know in the past you charged your dad money on Cameo for a Father's Day message. Are you going to give him a break this year?
Well, he's wanting to do a game together, but the tickets are too much money. So I'm going to ask him to buy them, and I'll be free that weekend.
Hey!
That's my gift.
That's sweet. That is really nice of you,
Yeah,
Alexis.
still
Bro,
We
you gonna
buy-
buy him a beer?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah, probably. There's a sale.
Well, at least we all have a plan now for Father's Day, so we can move on and get into the shock collar question of the day. And actually, maybe Jake can call my dad for me this year and wish him a happy Father's Day. It'll sound more heartfelt that way.
If you were ever born, then the chances are pretty high that you have a dad.
I was born.
This weekend is Father's Day, the one day out of the year where Brooke is legally obligated to laugh at her husband's jokes.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Michael.
It was in their
Was that-
binding
that-
marriage contract,
was
at
that in
least
the
2.5 chuckles. Yeah,
Fine
2.5.
print? I knew I should have read that more thoroughly.
But that's not the only way we're celebrating Father's Day today, because we're also doing a special Top 20 Dad Hobbies edition of Plenty of 20. In front of me, I have a list of the top 20 favorite hobbies that dads like to do, according to the American Recreational Association. You just have to name them to stay in the game. So let's start with the woman whose dad's favorite hobby is paying her cell phone bill. That's Alexis.
Take my mom is my phone, my dad is my car. Please get it right.
wow.
Wait, your
Apologies
dad's
to
still
Barb.
playing-
Another thing I'm going to ask my dad to do this weekend is grill for me.
Yeah.
Because he likes it, I think.
Dads love to grill.
That's my answer, Jake.
Cooking or grilling is number 2 on my list.
Haha, she says.
I want teriyaki chicken, Dad.
Sports chicken.
Let's go over to Brooke.
Okay, I'm going to go pretty stereotypical on this one, and I'm going to say golf.
Oh, that's such a good answer.
Golf is number 14 on my
Oh,
list.
I
wow.
would've thought
That's
of that.
lower than I
Way
expected.
down there. Let's go over to Jose.
My dad's a little sweet and different, I think. Than most dads. Like, he doesn't golf or do anything like that. But
Yeah.
Read the obituaries, things like that nature.
really, he really does. Oh my gosh. Anyway, another person is dead in the community. All right. So I'm gonna say because he makes sugar water for them, bird watching. He likes the hummingbirds in the neighborhood.
Bird watching. is not on my list. I gave it a once over. It's not in the top 20. Speaking of bird watching, Jeffrey, it's your turn.
Well, when I was younger, my dad would always drag me out to watch his rec softball games, and I'd have to sit in the stands and cheer for him and all the other, overweight,
guys.
past their prime dads.
I have a lot
My
of
dad
friends.
did softball too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's a dad
for
sport.
sure.
Yeah, so give me, recreational softball or rec sports
Rec
stuff.
League Sports. It's number 6 on my
Oh,
list.
nice.
So
Okay.
we'll take them all off the board. Basketball, softball,
Okay.
everything's
Okay.
off there. We're back to Alexis.
Okay, I thought of a gift while thinking of this answer.
Hey, for Brooke.
I'm gonna offer to DD for my dad because he likes to go to the casino and sports bet.
That's actually very cool.
The hobby is gambling away family money.
Sports betting.
Gambling addiction.
It's a problem, but
Someone's
yeah.
gambling.
It's something. Sports gambling did not make the top 20.
I currently love doing that.
Not legal in all states, so probably tough to make the American
that's
Recreational
true.
Association's top 20 list.
I kind of forgot about that.
Let's go over to
totally.
Brooke.
Select.
Okay, I'm going to say something that my dad actually doesn't like doing, but I think most
What?
dads
Interesting.
do. I'm going to say fishing. My dad thinks it's super boring.
My dad loves fishing.
Fishing is the number 1 hobby on my list. Jeffrey, it's your turn.
Something that my dad's always been into for years and years is photography.
Yeah.
And now he puts together giant photography books of random
Cool.
photos. They're not cool.
Is he good?
I'll bring
Oh,
them.
he's not
My
good.
dad
bring them
just
to
started.
you.
I was going to say this.
But no, he's very passionate about it, and I admire his passion for photography.
Photography is number 4 on my list.
Wow.
1, 2, and 4 off the board. 3 and 5 are still there. Brooke.
Okay, my dad was always buying old cars thinking he was going to fix them up and then never getting around to it. So I'm going to go with restoring old cars.
Working on
stuff.
cars is number 18 on my
Oh, what a
list.
good answer.
Barely snuck on there. We're back to Jeffrey.
A lot of dads like to get into stuff with their hands and
Oh, please.
crafts. I don't know where your mind went there,
Okay.
Jake.
Well, why did your voice get so deep?
Yeah.
You started
Well, it's
saying
just
it.
one of the masculine dad things that you can do is
Jeff.
do some woodworking.
Oh, yeah.
I have that on my
Carve some wood.
Again, my mind went somewhere else. But woodworking, number 9 on my
That's
list.
just a Jeff thing.
We're back to Brooke. Do you love your dad more?
Oh, is that the battle now?
I do love my dad. I would say lawn care and gardening.
Oh, that's so good. Just say that.
yeah.
Don't just stop. Jake, she stopped.
That's it.
Jake, she
Okay,
stopped.
That's the
positive
end.
statement.
Yeah.
Gardening, number 10 on my
Great
list.
answer, Brooke.
Jeffrey.
What about a shout out to all the dads who like to go take all their clothes off
What the heck?
and take a dip in the pool, swimming?
Oh.
Why do I have to be naked?
Your dads
wait,
didn't
yeah.
do that?
No.
No.
Well, actually, my dad loves to be naked.
He's
That
not in the
man.
pool.
Okay, that makes me feel
Seriously.
better. Swimming.
Swimming did not make my list. That means, Brooke, you love your dad the most and have won the Father's Day edition of
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Plenty of 20. Some of
Mr.
the
Fox.
some of the
He
hobbies
is the
you guys
best.
missed. Number 3 was reading. Number 5, meditation or yoga.
Oh my God, my dad would never.
My dad would never either.
Cycling or working out.
Oh, yeah.
Hunting, playing an instrument, puzzles, camping,
Yeah.
dancing, stock trading, rock climbing, and number 20, martial arts.
Oh.
Oh my God, can you guys imagine my dad, my sweet dad? I'm going to hug you very aggressively.
Since Brooke got the most right, she gets to choose who gets shocked. They're going to be singing My Boo by Alicia Keys and Usher.
I'm going to give it to the person with the most daddy issues, Jeffrey.
I love that you said that. All of us were like, which one?
Who's she talking about?
We all looked at
It's a crapshoot there. Okay. It started when we were younger. You were my boo. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes.
We knew it was coming.
It's your shot collar question of the day. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yay!
Phone tap's coming up in just a few minutes.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Jose, you're a gamer, right?
Yeah, I am, baby.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning. What's your take on the newly released Nintendo Switch 2?
I low-key want one, but
Okay, we're going to remove that comment from this entire segment. Because just a few days ago, hardcore gamers camped out for hours.
Yeah.
Just like the Black Fridays of old with long lines, all around Best Buy waiting to buy this new console.
God, it feels like the world's healing when people are camping out for overpriced electronics, doesn't it?
And if you haven't heard of this thing, the Nintendo Switch 2, it's got a bigger screen, updated versions of their Joy-Con controllers, new social features to game chat with your buddies. But the biggest change is the price.
How much? How much? Because I haven't even looked yet.
Now, keep in mind, this is a handheld gaming device.
Yeah.
And if you purchase the bundle, which is the console and one game, Mario Kart World, that'll cost you $500. And that's before tax. So you're probably wondering, how did it do?
Yeah.
Well, in the first 4 days alone, it set a new gaming record.
Whoa.
Moving 15 million units.
What?
Dang.
That's crazy.
In 4 days.
I mean, honestly, though, okay, $500 is super expensive, but phones are $1,000.
Yeah, over now.
You know? So
That's
it's
a
like
good
people are
comparison.
just used to spending that much money for something like that.
And last we checked, it was made available on Best Buy's website for 3 whole minutes until it sold out
Whoa.
entirely
Yeah.
again.
You can't even get one.
No, at least not at the moment.
Okay.
But keep hitting that refresh button until one comes in stock. And text into 78592. If you got one, tell us, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Laser Stories is coming up right after this. It's the radio segment that's finally bringing comfy living to the great outdoors with the new Snuggie tent. A wearable shelter that sleeps 4 inside. Why pitch a tent when you can be the tent?
Hey, get on in here, Jeff.
That's
that was
right.
deep.
It's all available with Laser Stories, the segment where we read weird news stories around the globe just like everyone else does, except we've got a laser. Those other tramp camps just don't. This first Laser Story is out of my favorite swampland,
Hey.
Florida. A 70-year-old man named Patrick Mitchell pled not guilty in court this week. And what was he accused of? Cops say he was at a Sam's Club when he stopped to urinate on 2 pallets of canned goods.
Oh, come on, man.
Why?
Okay,
Like,
hold
so
on.
messed up,
Hold
Jeff.
on now. Don't judge until you hear the whole story.
How
It's
could
not
he
fair
have
of
a
you to
good-
jump to conclusions
What
here.
could possibly be a good reason for that?
The cans are on fire.
One
Oh.
pallet was a big stack of Vienna sausages. The other, a very tall display of Spam. Okay, do you feel better now?
No.
They are random meats.
No, not at all. I love Spam.
Wow.
Yeah, me too.
Judgy.
What?
But after he zipped up, he wandered around the snack section for a while, sat down on some of the
What?
patio furniture for
Okay.
about 10 minutes,
He didn't pee and flee?
I'm sure there was no drugs involved in this
No,
incident at
definitely
all.
not.
and then he paid for everything in his cart and left.
Just an upstanding customer.
Overall, a good guy.
Are the cans shaped like toilets?
I mean, and the thing is it's free to use the bathroom there.
Yeah,
You
also
know?
a thing if
Yeah.
you're a paid customer.
If you can find the bathroom inside that giant
Well.
warehouse, it's pretty big. So they ID'd him using info from his Sam's Club card and arrested him at his home.
Darn.
He's now facing charges for disorderly conduct and criminal mischief. The second one's a felony because he damaged over $1,000 worth of
Whoa.
merchandise. And even though the manager was on the fence about it, in the end, the store decided to throw out everything on the pallets.
Wait. Please
Yeah.
don't be on the fence.
I mean, some of it's good. It's kind of plastic wrapped, most of it.
No, it had to come to a vote?
I mean, honestly, if one of my kids peed on something at home like that, a can of something, I'd wash it off and eat it.
Yeah, it's in the can.
It's just that it's a stranger. That's where it's hard.
Over
No.
3,300 cans of Vienna sausages and 2,700 cans of Spam had to be tossed out.
no.
They say the combined value was over 10 grand.
Oh my, that's so much
Yeah,
Spam.
but whoever went dumpster diving, gold mine.
Oh,
Yeah, for real though.
Literally. And as you heard earlier, Patrick entered in a not guilty plea and vows to dedicate his life to catching the look-alike who's trying to frame him.
I see. Going with that one, huh?
Look like me downstairs, too,
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, I've never peed a day in my life.
This next laser story is out of, let's just stay in Florida for a while.
Hey.
35-year-old man figured out how to fly anywhere that he wanted completely free.
Oh, Jeff,
I heard about
please tell me how.
His
this.
name
You don't
is
want to do this, Brooke.
What?
His name is Tyron Alexander, and he accomplished this feat not with high balance credit cards accruing miles. All Tyrone had to do was pretend to be a flight attendant.
What?
Sounds like...
I mean, how could you pretend, though? They have
I
the
know.
uniforms, they've got badges,
it
they've got
sounds
all of it.
complicated.
Well, Tyrone was able to fabricate 30 different badge numbers and falsify hiring dates for every single one of them.
Ooh.
Then he'd log on to the airline employee flight system.
Dude, those systems are so amazing. My best friend's mom works for an airline.
Really?
You could get on anything. If you're,
Really?
Yeah, if you are part of her family, you fly for free.
Crazy.
So he got on that system and started booking away.
Oh my
Dang.
God.
Ended up being able to take more than 120 free flights before he finally got caught. And this went on for years, beginning all the way back in 2018 up till present day.
Wouldn't you do it like once and then be like, I got away with it, thank God, I'm done?
I don't know. I think if after 3 times, you're like, wait a minute.
Like,
Nobody-
no one's ever
yeah.
gonna catch
Or
me.
you're convince yourself you're an actual employee.
Yeah.
Of 30 different airlines.
With the way the aviation thing is going, they need
Yeah.
more people working for them right now. But TSA eventually figured it out. No word on how, but maybe he went through the same security line in a different airline attendant outfit 2 different days in a row.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know.
That's a good point.
But what we do know is that he was arrested and now faces up to 30 years behind bars.
I mean, think about how much
What?
money. If you're taking international flights, you've stolen probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
At least you got to see a lot of the world before you went to
what
jail.
I'm saying.
There you
Yeah.
go. You've seen it all. Now we're gonna end it here.
And he gets to hang out with the guy that peed on all the Spam and all the Vienna
Hey,
sausages. They're
can't top
buds.
that.
He's also been blacklisted from 7 different major airline carriers.
yeah.
The only one who's open to having him is Spirit.
Yeah, I knew
Makes
it.
sense.
Their official quote was, why not? Especially if he checks his bags, we can charge him more.
They're like, our tickets are like $10 anyway. So what's the big steal?
They probably don't even give free flights to their flight attendants.
I like that Spirit came out looking good in this story. That's awesome. This next laser story is out of the Cargo Shorts Council. This Sunday's Father's Day, and some people are still obsessing over a great last-minute gift idea. And according to Google Trends, the top searches over the past week are gifts for dads who have everything, who want nothing, and who don't like anything.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, according to a survey, 75% of dads say their ideal Father's Day is spent outdoors, doing stuff like hiking, camping, barbecuing, and fishing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they prefer making food on a grill over going out to a restaurant.
Father's Day, my dad wants to have steak, but he wants to cook it. Like, let me cook this steak. I know I'm perfect.
I know where you can find some free Vienna sausages,
Yeah.
lightly used. Or if you do insist on getting a gift, there's no need to think outside the box. 33% of dads say they prefer practical gifts that
Yeah.
they'll actually use, especially gift cards.
Oh, gift
Honestly,
cards. I don't think my dad would ever use a gift
My
card.
dad doesn't use any gift I've ever bought him.
Really?
And he asks for it. I bought him a Traeger, and he won't use it.
What? That is an amazing gift.
He likes his old grill better.
We give my dad a Home Depot gift card every year, and every year he uses it. This year, retractable hose from Home Depot. That's all he wants.
Another option, you can get your father set up to try something that he's never done before. 56% of dads say they're interested in taking up a new outdoor hobby.
Oh, yeah.
Something like pickleball or kayaking. Or even better, you can take your dad out into nature and watch the animals.
My dad would love that.
Oh, look at that. It's a turtle inside of a red New Balance sneaker.
Nature at its best.
It looks like he's burrowing into it, trying to make a new home. Or maybe make a new baby sneaker.
No.
At least you're watching with your dad.
Yeah.
And that sound means Laser Stories has come to an end for the day. We'll do it again, same time, on Monday.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and today a brand new study was released. It asked thousands of Americans, what's the number one poor person habit you learned growing up that I guarantee Brooke 100% doesn't do anymore? Because she's too busy riding down a giant pile of cash with her
Yes,
kids
that's
like it's
it.
a water
Oh.
slide. So Brooke doesn't have time for it anymore.
I doubt that.
And you want to know what it is? We're going to tell you coming up right after this. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Uh-oh.
And by mighty, I mean myself.
What's
Brooke
going on,
and
Jeff?
Jeffrey in the morning. So I think some would say that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
silver diaper on my bottom.
That's heavy.
That was placed on my rear by 2 silver-haired nannies.
No.
I was well off. And I didn't think it was strange when we took a year off of school to sail our catamaran to Mykonos.
Oh, yeah.
Did you sail it or did you have your crew sail it
Well,
for
of course,
you?
that would go without
sorry.
saying. I did think it was odd that our limousine driver, Beauregard, wasn't allowed to come with us.
Oh.
Wow.
Had to rely on local transport.
Huh.
But, that's the thing. We all face hardships in our lives.
I don't know how you got through it, Jeff.
Me either. And now my life isn't nearly as fancy. Meanwhile, Brooke is on the opposite trajectory. Born into squalor, stealing silver spoons from others, and now through a little bit of greed and grit, she's found herself at the top of the food chain, owning many properties and the people who co-inhabit them.
Wait.
Wow.
What?
But I wonder if Brooke remembers what it was like to live back in her struggle bus days.
Yes.
We're about to find out because a new survey asked 5,000 Americans what are the, quote, poor people habits they learned growing up that they'll never stop doing no matter how rich they get.
You do sound elitist when you say poor people for some reason.
It's the wording from the survey.
I know, but it's just the tone of your voice.
He really
and the
emphasizes
way.
the P, the poor
Yeah.
people.
Apologize, but that was my upbringing. So,
Sorry.
number 10, poor person habit.
Okay,
it's the
I
Ps.
just can't. It makes you unlikable, and I like you a lot.
Is using every single last drop of all your products.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
and then
You cut them open to get the rest of it?
absolutely, or you add water to make sure that you shake it real hard
yeah.
to get all the other stuff out.
Wow.
Wow, you got
What?
so excited about that. That was just number 10 on the list.
You don't do that now?
What?
No, I throw things away.
Yeah.
What? Men's products aren't as expensive as women's. Maybe that's it.
I
We spend a lot.
guess. Oh my god.
Number 9, always checking the clearance bins and clearance section at clothing stores. Actually, you know what? I can relate to this one.
Oh, no.
When we'd visit the Lamborghini dealership, what? We would at least look at the previous year's model of Hurricane Storado.
Yeah. I
Just
think it's called a Hurricane.
Do they keep it in the back room just like all the
Yeah.
other clearance
Yeah,
racks?
of course, we wouldn't buy it, but we would at least pretend to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, for charity.
Obviously.
Okay.
Number 8, keeping leftover screws, nuts, and bolts from furniture kits and old broken appliances that all get stored in the garage just in case they need to be used 15 years later.
Okay, I am more shocked that people don't do these things. Like, you just
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
out the extra stuff. Like, do you know how many Allen wrenches I have from IKEA?
Same.
So many.
And
because
how many
what
times
if I
have you
need them?
reused any of those Allen wrenches?
Well, I could someday.
You're a hoarder.
Okay.
You're a hoarder now, Brooke.
No,
Yes, you
don't
are.
know when you need it.
These are all from a survey of poor people habits. Number 7, hand washing Ziploc bags so they can be cleaned and reused again.
I've met some people that put them in the
remember that.
dishwasher.
I do it all.
You do
Oh my
this?
gosh.
Yeah, and then sometimes if there's a really sticky food or something in there, it will get downgraded to be used for the screws.
Brooke, wasn't
Allen
your,
wrenches.
wasn't your entire family horribly sick recently? And do you ever wonder, am I doing anything that could be
Yeah.
causing this? Maybe reusing the same Ziploc bag
No.
from 12 years ago?
It's fine if you turn it inside out and let it dry
Okay.
first, okay? You just can't let moisture in it for that long.
Oh,
Got
God.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
number 6, collecting all the complimentary soaps and products at hotels. Now, here's the thing. They don't really have those as much anymore because they bolt everything up against the wall.
No,
So
but
you
do-
can't steal them, but I'm sure, Brooke, you have a 10-year supply
No.
built up from
The
every
Allen
place
wrench
you've
is
ever
coming
Okay.
to play now. She unhooks
Yeah.
them.
There you go.
I went to a
Dude.
hotel recently and I put the lotion in my bag and then I read the sign on the way out and it's like, we'll charge you $50 if you take the lotion.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, oh.
Terrible.
Keep going.
the hotel?
Number
Yeah.
5, absolutely 100% do not leave the room with the lights on. Make
Yeah.
sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
turn them
Yeah,
off.
that's just been instilled in me.
Seriously.
But in our defense, if you leave the lights on your beach house, then vagrants might think no one's home and they'll try and break in. So,
I see.
Okay.
that's just a different way that we did it.
Or
But
you may like reroute a ship.
That's true.
You know, so
yeah.
you may want to turn those
Confuse
off.
it as a lighthouse.
Yeah, 'cause
so
you have a big house.
if you're just joining us, these are the quote poor people habits that Americans say they'll never stop doing no matter how wealthy they get, according to a new survey. Number 4, reusing wrapping paper from gifts you've received to wrap presents for other people.
Selectively, I've done that.
Some of it
The
is so
bags.
cute, like the really nice.
Yeah, like you don't want to tear it.
And if you don't have it, hot tip, other things you can use. The comics from a newspaper. Great use for wrapping presents. Tin foil. Makes it look kind of shiny.
Trader Joe's bags.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's cute too.
You can find all these on Brooke's low-income TED Talk later this year. Number 3, to maximize the value of your snack, always lick the yogurt lid.
That's like,
Oh, yeah, everyone
that's
does
just
that.
joy.
Yeah.
It literally somehow the yogurt on the lid tastes better than the yogurt in the container.
Okay. Well,
You
my
know?
parfaits came in glass cups,
Okay.
and they didn't have a lid.
You're
You
like
had to
the-
put the oats in and the berries.
I see.
We didn't have oats or berries. You had to
Once
actually
the
those.
farmers came with them. And
Right.
threw it
yeah.
in
Maybe
yogurt.
Beauregard.
Yeah.
He licks
yeah.
the top. Number 2 is drinking tap water. Ugh.
What?
Oh, I still drink
What
tap
else
water
would
every
you
day.
drink?
Bottled water?
Or
No.
Brita filter.
Or get an
Louise filters.
infused IV drip in a hand whisked matcha from Peru, like a normal person?
Tap water is just fine.
Some of us aspire for more than just fine.
Oh,
So, thank you
I don't
very
know.
much.
State
And,
to state, though, some are awful.
and the number 1 poor people habit that Americans say they'll never stop doing no matter how rich they get,
Oh, what is it?
cleaning your own house by yourself. Brooke, you want to admit anything to our
No.
listeners about that?
I'm going to tell you right now, that is the one goal I have in working, is just to have enough money to hire someone.
You don't even, I hire someone every 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I hire
But I
someone
have
every.
a tiny apartment,
That's what I'm
though.
saying.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. I hire someone every 2 weeks. It is a glorious,
Oh,
decadent thing
that's
to
what you
have
spoil.
someone
Right.
help clean.
And
You
when
deserve
Brooke
that.
doesn't hire the maid, she forces her husband Michael to clean in his sexy maid's outfit that she bought for him for Halloween.
His buns are so cute.
Oh.
Those are the
Shirt.
poor people habits that Americans say they will never give up.
Wow.
We got a phone tap coming up right after this.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
If there's one thing that gets under Brooke's skin more than anything else, it's when other people try and tell her how to raise her kids.
Even I got offended right there, Brooke.
I mean, you know, I don't listen to anybody.
She's okay with telling you how to raise yours.
No,
How dare you come at Brooke and tell her it's not okay for her 5-year-old to
not
eat
true.
raw roadkill near the freeway overpass? You eat as much squirrel as you want, honey. We're gonna go home and spoon and watch Titanic later.
Yeah, we are. He's on a diet.
She's gonna do what she wants to do.
Squirrel pops, all right?
And what Brooke wants to do right now is tell a lady whose daughter is currently in daycare that they're going to need to go to extreme measures in order to teach her how to
You
behave.
triggered somebody.
Well, I hate doing this to moms, and I also kind of love it.
Yeah.
I bet
You
you spent
know,
like 10
it's
minutes
just
after
so
this call
easy.
apologizing.
It's so easy.
That's right. Listen to Brooke in her element in your phone tap right now.
It's another phone tap.
Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Hello.
Hi, this is Catherine. I'm the new administrator over at Daycare. Is this Leah's mom, Maria?
It is. How is she doing?
Oh, well, she's actually doing perfect, which is kind of why I wanted to talk to you.
Okay. What do you mean, perfect?
Kind of little pun there, because we both know she really loves our classroom cat, Pork Chop.
Oh, my goodness, she does. She talks about him all the time. She loves that cat.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves it so much that we're starting to worry that little Leah is identifying as a cat.
Wait a minute. She's a kid. That's what they do.
I'm just trying to tell you what I've been experiencing. And I've seen little Leah rolling around on the floor, putting toy mice in her mouth, batting at a ball of yarn with her little hands.
Okay. I mean, if I was 4 years old, I would love that as well.
Well, I know you're laughing about it. I love that. But I do think it's a little bit more serious.
Okay.
I hate to see your daughter get into our Pork Chops litter box. You know, I just feel
Okay.
like she's one step away. And that is what concerns me.
So that's when you tell the 4-year-old that it's a litter box for a cat. I mean, come on. That's I'm not understanding.
Well, a normal 4-year-old, I would say that too, but a 4-year-old who thinks they are a cat, that actually may be more detrimental.
So I'm just telling you this, that when we're home, she talks about pork chop, but she does not run around thinking she's some cat.
I'm glad to see her feline tendencies haven't kind of made their way into your home yet. But to make sure they do, I think we do have a couple of ideas in place to kind of keep this at bay.
What are you even talking about right now? Just let her be who she wants to be. It's an imagination. Yes. Let the kids do what they're doing.
I hear you 100%. And that's why we are going to jump on the cat bandwagon. And we're just going to maybe put a collar on her.
Excuse me?
I mean, we wouldn't want her to slip out at somebody's feet when the door gets open and run into traffic.
Wait, what?
It's just to keep her safe.
This is out of hand. I think you're out of hand.
Oh.
Whatever you're talking about.
Oh, maybe it came off wrong. Maybe I am so sorry. Listen, I understand as a parent, that may have sounded a little aggressive.
Yeah, I would never, ever consider putting a leash on my child. What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah, no leash, just a collar. And don't worry, we will get her microchipped and make sure that we can keep track of your little kitten, Leah.
You are not going to microchip my child, okay? All of this, I can just come over there and take her out of the school right now.
Wow. Well, excuse me. I was just going off what you said. We were trying to balance imagination with safety.
They're kids, not animals, okay?
Last resort, Mr. Jeremy has suggested that maybe she start pretending like she's a dog.
No.
Much easier to train.
Am I hearing you correctly? This is my child we're talking about, okay?
Well, your husband, Marcus, he kind of liked the dog idea.
No, he did not. He would never. He would have told me about something like this.
Well, I think he wanted me to tell you that this is a prank phone call anyway.
Now you're talking bullshit. Wait a minute. What the hell? What the hell is this?
I mean, yes, yeah, you're right. But no, your husband, Marcus, actually set you up for a prank phone call. This is Brooke from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
Oh, my God.
Don't blame me. You need to blame Marcus. He emailed us and said your daughter won't stop talking about how much she loves the cat pork chop at daycare.
Oh, my gosh, he knows.
I hope I wasn't out of bounds when I said your daughter had to be microchipped and collared.
A collar? Chipping my child? I was getting ready to go off on everybody.
I felt so bad.
You're bad. You are so bad.
Wake up every morning with phone tabs. Weekday mornings on the 20s. Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning.
On a dinner date, it's not totally unheard of to ask the waiter if you could switch tables.
No, not at all.
That's pretty normal.
Because maybe the leg is wobbly, or maybe it's right below the air conditioning vent.
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Or maybe you just want to be less visible to the security cameras so they can't see what's happening under the tablecloth.
Wait a minute.
Well,
We're playing Uno. What?
under the
In the
table.
middle of the restaurant?
Yeah, duh. What else do you play? But in today's call, none of those explanations seem to fit for why a guy asked to switch booths halfway through a date.
Uh-oh.
And we were all stunned when we finally learned the actual reason he demanded to switch locations. Did not have it on my bingo card, I'll tell you that. You'll hear it in a brand new second date update next.
Second date update.
If you go out on a really good first date, it might end in a little kiss.
Oh,
It could end in a tender hug.
that's nice.
Or if you're lucky, a three-way chicken fight with your parents.
What?
What the heck?
Just-
And
I don't even know what that
No,
is.
You're all
Nothing with the parents.
sitting on top of each other's shoulders inside of a pool. No?
yeah.
Well, one of our listeners says she got something else at the end of her night. A two-word whisper in her ear.
Ooh.
And she's not sure really what it meant, if anything. So let's talk to her
I don't
about
like
it.
it.
I just cringed thinking
I
of someone
know,
whispering
I
in my
know.
ear.
The air like blowing on you.
It could be something really nice and romantic.
Maybe.
Angie, welcome to the
could it
show.
be?
I'm very curious about this whisper, but before we get to that, first tell us the guy's name and how you met him.
whisper it to us.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Okay.
No more whispering. No more whispering.
Until the actual whisper happens. How about that? Because I want to know what it sounds like.
heebie-jeebies.
I know.
Like,
I
I
wonder,
just...
did everyone in their car turn their radios down or up there?
I don't know. But so you met Nicholas how?
I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but we met on Plenty of Fish, which I know people don't even use anymore. But
Yeah, I think there's actual only fish on there.
I have a question. What drove you to Plenty of Fish?
I don't know. It's just one of those that, like, I set up a profile I don't even know how long ago, and then I'll get in a relationship and I'll get off it, but, like, I can just go reactivate it. I don't know.
Okay.
Dumb question. Does it even have an app, or you have to like use a browser? I think that's legit. I don't even know if
don't
it's
know
an
what
app.
their logo would be, honestly.
It only operates over fax now. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
I thought it still was printed out on the back of the weeklies. You
Yeah,
know, like those.
that could be.
I want to Google this now.
But the important thing is that you matched with this Nicholas guy. So tell us, what did you do for your date?
We went to dinner. We went to a Thai place, which is one of my faves, so that was good.
Did he remember that it was one of your favorites? Because that's always like really nice too.
Well, I picked it, so that made sense.
Okay.
But
I mean, that's okay.
he deserves credit a little bit for going along with it. So let's give him some.
Listen, I'm a lady who knows what she likes, and it's pad Thai.
Oh, you're a real adventurous Thai eater.
Awesome. So what did you think when you first saw each other?
I mean, I feel like we hit it off. I mean, I will say dating kind of sucks, and I feel like a lot of times they get like flirty to the point that you're like, all right, dude, calm down. Like they'll ask you for sexy pictures before you've even met, and he didn't. He was more like soft-spoken, more like a nerdy type. But it was cute.
Sounds like he was your speed, right?
And he was respectful of your boundaries.
Hey.
Wow.
Exactly.
So a nice guy that's sweet and considerate. I'm surprised
got
you
no
didn't
chance.
unmatch him immediately.
Poor guy's never going to make
Crazy,
it.
right?
Yeah. So
That's really funny.
Okay.
Was there any, like, I don't know, moments of real flirtation that happened?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a good first date for the most part, but like, I don't know, there'd be like, I'd ask him a question and there'd be like a 5-second delay, and then he would go into the answer and it wasn't weird at all, but like.
Is he just staring at you for the 5 seconds?
You know,
Like-
though, some people are just bad at timing in a conversation. Have you ever talked to somebody who like takes really long pauses and you're like, wait,
think they're
do I
done?
go? Do we not go? Do we go? Like maybe his timing is just a little off.
Maybe
Brooke, are you talking about me?
Sorry, Jeff cut you off.
See, he waited too long to
what?
answer and it got awkward.
No, so I like to think of it as I'm just a good listener.
Yeah, but I was done talking, and
Okay.
I mean, he was checking his phone a lot, so I wonder if maybe like, maybe he thought it was boring. I don't know.
You know what I think? This is mind-blowing to me. He does something that I could never do, and that is think before he speaks.
Like, I'm thinking Google before he speaks.
Oh, he Googles? Was he typing stuff?
5 seconds would be a fast Google. But
ChatGPT it?
I know, maybe he's having AI listen in.
I was thinking the same
There
thing.
was one point, like early on, after we sat down, like before we had ordered anything, he was like, "Oh man, it's really loud over here," and he was like, "Do you mind if we move to like the back where it's quieter?" And I was like, "No, that's fine." And I moved us, but maybe.
I don't know. I think
that's a little
I
obvious.
honestly think we're overthinking it.
I was just thinking what Jose was thinking. Like, if this is a really sweet, nice guy who's trying to come off like he really cares, he might take a second to try and come up with a really good answer to your question.
Rather
think
than
what's-
blurting stuff out.
The whole point is that the awkward pauses didn't bother you, right?
No, I wouldn't say they bothered me. It was weird.
It was noticeable.
Okay.
Because they probably didn't bother him. That's how he communicates.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe to him, he was like, well, that was a normal back and forth.
Totally.
So overall, pretty solid date. I'm really, really interested though in the end here when he whispers something into
Yes.
your ear.
Oh, the 2 words.
Wait, I want to know if he waited 5 seconds before he did the whispering.
Run us through what happened there.
Okay, so end of the date, we are like outside of the restaurant, about to go our separate ways. I give him a hug, and when I hug him, he whispers in my ear, "Good job."
Good job.
Good job.
Good
to
job.
you?
Yeah, like thumbs up, good job.
Whoa, that's weird.
Huh.
So bizarre.
Maybe he just doesn't know how to end a date.
Yeah,
Like,
good
job.
job.
without a kiss or
Maybe it was
Maybe.
inner dialogue that came out. Maybe he was talking to himself.
Hell.
Is it like the thing where you're wanting to be like, hey, good date, or like in
Oh,
2
you
words,
mix the
you
2
mix
words.
2 things together
That
and
could be it,
accidentally
too.
say something awkward?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it could be the whole reason he's not calling you back because he's like, God, why did I say that?
I mean, maybe, but like even after he said it, I was like, wait, what are you talking about?
What did he
And
say?
then he put his finger to his mouth like, shh, like it's our secret, but I have no idea what he was talking about.
Dude, what is happening?
I
That is
don't
pretty
know.
romantic, though.
But anytime a man puts his finger to his
I don't like
lips,
that.
it's creepy.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody should do that
kind
to
of want to
somebody.
kiss him now. So, have you texted him since the date ended?
Yeah, so we had like a cute little back and forth before the date. We'd like send each other memes or whatever. So like I did that. But no, I have not gotten any response.
Oh, no.
Okay, something's up. We're going to come back.
Not the meme exchange rate.
That's not okay. We're going to call this Plenty of Fisher, and we're going to see what he has to say when we come back and get you your second date update right after this.
I don't like that.
No. Yeah.
Second date update.
It's the two words that every little boy is dying to hear from his unapproving father.
That's actually true.
Good job.
Oh,
Yeah.
Proud of you, son.
Yeah, we're proud of you, Jeff.
It's not exactly what a woman wants to have whispered into her ear at the end of a first date.
Oh, I thought we were going to go into Jeff therapy session.
We don't have nearly enough time.
Okay.
But it's what happened to our listener Angie after she hung out with a guy named Nicholas the other night. He gave her a hug and then softly said, "Good job," into
So
her
funny.
ear.
The girls are not happy about this.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
she wasn't either, right?
Yeah.
I don't think any
Unhappy.
woman would be
Like, it's
happy
just
about
funny.
that. But we've got a lot of questions about the good job, about some of the other weird stuff that was happening during the day. Angie said she's willing to look past it if she can get another chance with him because he seemed like a great guy.
You said that he was like a little reserved, a little nerdy. Like, those are some of the quirks that come with nerdy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, it's so hard to meet an actual nice, respectful guy. And I just feel like he was. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming I messed up. You know what I mean?
You think
Oh,
you
you think
messed
it's
up, and
you?
that's why
well,
he's
like,
not calling
usually
you back.
it's the person who calls in that messed up. And like I said, maybe he thought I was boring. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably
Wait,
was you.
Are
But yeah,
our
go ahead.
listeners becoming self-aware?
No.
Oh.
No.
No, that was almost, though.
No.
We don't like that.
Are you cool if Nicholas has an unapproving father? Is that okay?
Yeah, I think I can deal with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He may need you if that's the
Good.
case.
It'll be something Jeffrey and he can bond over.
Yes, also good about it. So let's call him. I'm going to dial his number right now. Let's see if he picks up.
Hello,
Hey, is this Nicholas?
this is Nick.
Hey, man. Thanks for answering. You are on a radio show right now
Hey.
called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Welcome to the show, Nicholas.
How are you, man? Good morning.
Why am I on a radio show?
Great question.
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you ever heard of something called a second date update before?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you have? Oh, that's
Okay.
cool. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you almost know who we are.
Now you get to be a part of one. So the way that it works is one of our listeners has reached out to us hoping that we could get a hold of you. A girl named Angie.
Angie's trying to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds
Dude.
like you remember her.
You guys went to Thai food the other night?
She's hoping that she could maybe get another chance to hang out with you again.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna work out.
Really?
Okay.
It sounded like such a good date.
Well, yeah, before you even go there, Nicholas, I'm just going to let you know, she said that she really liked you and that you two shared a good vibe.
Yeah, no, I thought Angie was nice.
I feel like
Okay.
he paused.
Okay.
So, like, you guys notice he
Okay.
pauses?
Yeah, she didn't mention that. Actually, Nicholas, she mentioned a few odd things that happened on the date, and she wasn't sure if maybe those were early signs that you weren't interested in her.
Which it actually turns out could be true at this point.
Yeah.
At first, we thought she was nuts,
Yeah.
but
Well, what did she say?
Well, like we just mentioned, there's like a delay in your responses a little bit
Yeah,
during the normal conversation.
Almost like you're intently thinking of what you're going to say.
A delay?
okay.
Yeah, kind of
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Almost happened again.
I think
So-
he doesn't notice that.
Also-
yeah,
That's
that's
part
him.
of your conversation. That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
okay. And also, she said that you had to move to a quieter area. And I'm just going to let you know what the room thought when we heard everything. The room was wondering if maybe you had AI listening in on your conversation to help you respond to your date because you were checking your phone a lot too.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know who the room is. Who's the room?
so
We don't need to name names.
the show, the
It
entire
was Alexis
show.
mostly. It was mostly Alexis.
Oh, you people. Okay.
Yes, us
No, because
people.
when we talk to her, we all give our ideas like, oh, maybe
Yeah.
it could be this, maybe it could be that.
These are just theories.
Yeah.
So could you just be honest with us and tell us, did you do that? Were you using AI to assist you?
I was having some help on the date, but I wasn't using the AI.
Some help on the date?
You're getting,
Is that what you said?
Help
okay.
from your phone?
I was on the line with my ex, and she was on the line with us the whole time.
Excuse me, what?
No.
Your ex?
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes I just need help, so she's kind of like a security blanket for me.
She
no.
So wait,
guided you through your date?
Did you have like earbuds in and you were listening to your ex at the same time you were listening to her?
No, she was just on mute. Like, she couldn't say anything. She wasn't coaching me. I just wanted her to hear everything.
So she's kind of taking notes, and then later you will call her, and she will go over the notes? Is that what I'm thinking?
Your ex volunteers to listen to hours of your dates?
Yeah, what?
What a kind woman.
What a weird woman.
Well, it's part of our post-breakup growth agreement.
Wait, what?
Post-breakup growth agreement.
Wow, are we guys
Could
both
you-
lawyers
That's
or
a new
something?
What's
one.
in that?
Yeah.
We mutually agreed upon, and I listen to her dates too on
Oh, no.
occasion. It's just we help each other get through our past breakup and move into a new one. So it's healthy and
Oh, very healthy, yeah. I mean, it's a very conscious uncoupling.
Do you find
like a
that she usually
gentle...
doesn't like your new dates?
Oh, yeah.
Like-
That is a good point because he said
Like, is
that
it sabotage?
well, she was not a fan of Angie.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, she wasn't,
surprising.
but how did you feel about her?
I was enjoying myself, but she mentioned that she seemed like a try-hard, and then when I was thinking about it, I think that she might be kind of a try-hard.
What?
Oh.
Wait.
don't
Real
you want people
bad.
to try hard on a first date?
Yeah,
Like,
not
isn't
be
that a
obvious. You have
positive?
to subtly
We're on
try
Angie's
hard.
side.
Excuse me. How was I a try-hard?
Oh, that's coming in hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Nicholas, you might find this funny, but your ex-girlfriend and Angie have a lot in common
Oh, that's a
because
good point.
she's actually
Yeah.
been on the phone listening in on this conversation.
Oh, hey.
Okay, that's not fair. I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah, and Angie didn't know your ex was listening to her
Yeah,
either.
I'm not the only place to be judging, but
See?
say hi to Angie.
But she was. Hi, Angie.
There you go.
Hi. I mean, you're saying this is a healthy thing, but you also said your ex is your security blanket, so it doesn't feel like you're ready to be dating other people.
Yeah.
No, well, in most relationships, people don't have the right closure, and then they hold on to the past, and so
Very
this is
true.
a way to move on to my future.
Yeah.
But
So
you're
she's-
not moving on. You're literally still relying on your ex to make your decisions down to who you're
Yeah.
dating.
Well, we spend a lot of time together, so she knows me really well, and she sees things from the opposite sex that I might not see.
Then maybe you guys should be together still.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
No, it's not like that. We're not romantically involved whatsoever. It's just we have a year left in our post-breakup growth agreement.
Yeah, that's a long time.
You're kind of each other's life coaches, really.
Can't you just recap the date with your ex
Yeah.
instead of having her listen in the whole time?
Well, see, there's trigger words and things that she'll say like, well, that's a red flag that I don't typically see.
Didn't pick up.
This does make sense now why he whispered good job at the very end of the date. He wasn't saying it to Angie, he was saying it to his ex-girlfriend who was listening.
Still doesn't make sense.
No, I was talking to Angie. I did whisper good job because I thought that we were going to get to go on another date
Oh.
because I enjoyed myself and I didn't want my ex to hear her.
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Nicholas.
When you end the call.
Nicholas.
Told her not to go out with me again, and you listened. You stopped answering me.
I mean, here's the thing. I actually think Nicholas is over his ex. I think your ex, Nicholas, is not over you.
That's
what it does sound
And I
like.
don't think you're seeing that correctly.
I mean, that's a possibility, and I kind of agree with that. But we still have our agreement, and I have.
Yeah,
This
you
is
said
not
that.
really binding.
You can rip it up.
Okay.
Did you get it notarized? What are we talking about here?
And if all she could come up with is she's a try-hard as the biggest red flag,
Yeah,
oh, man.
come on.
That's not bad.
That's not a red flag.
That's a weak red flag.
Yeah.
And I didn't try that hard. I didn't even shave my legs for that date.
Gross, and I love it.
There must be some clause in your contract with her that lets you get out of it when you find an amazing new girl like Angie here because
Wait, I have a question. What if I had put out on the first date? Would she have been listening in?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah,
God,
do
I
you
didn't
hang
even
up
that
think
even on
about
the
that.
table?
Or does that count?
our date wasn't supposed to go over an hour and a half, and we were already pushing it at an hour 40.
Oh, it's time.
Okay.
Even if you wanted to,
It's
sorry,
in the agreement.
Well, he was already breaking the rules a little bit for her, so the Band-Aid's starting to come off.
Or he's like, hold on, let me ask my ex, hey, can I sleep with this one?
Yeah. Angie,
Can I stay 10
just
more
real
minutes?
quick, first, are you still interested in meeting up with Nicholas again after what you know?
Are you insane?
There's no way.
Oh, I thought you were, okay.
No, Jeff.
That would have been wild if she said yes.
Unless he breaks the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
Angie doesn't want to extend the offer anymore, so Nicholas, we're not obviously going to give you another date with Angie
Dude,
here.
how funny if his girlfriend has been on the line this whole time, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
wait, is she?
Is she on the third line?
What's her name? Let's say hi.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
So his ex was on the phone on mute listening to the entire date for an hour and 40 minutes taking notes, and she said no.
I mean, that's shocking. I really thought that was going to work out after we
I
found that
did too.
information
I
out.
tried to call my ex over and over to
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
in, and she's not answering.
What is wrong with her?
I don't get it, Jeff.
I guess the fascinating thing to me is if she would have said yes, could you imagine that conversation where Nicholas is really excited and he calls you like, hey, great news, we get to go out again. My ex gave you the thumbs up. First one in 6 months. Congrats.
She approves.
It really did sound like Nicholas was over his ex and his ex just isn't over him.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
no girl's good
man.
enough for him or something.
Yeah, whatever it is a messy situation.
Did she give him away at the wedding? You know
I
what
think she's still hoping that she is the one marrying
she'll
him.
be there regardless.
We'll find out. But speaking of messy situations, our social media, YouTube,
Wait, what?
TikTok, Instagram.
It's not messy.
You can see all of our second dates on there, and those are messy for sure.
Now I
Hot
get it.
mess.
Make sure to comment, like, subscribe at Brooke and Jeffrey. We appreciate
Yeah.
all of our listeners. And if you ever need help in your dating life, email the show. We'll call that person who's not calling you back.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
You don't get successful at anything without a little bit of discipline and motivation.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Like in sports, when you screw up, your coach makes you stay late and run lines after practice.
God. And then you curse him in your head the entire time.
But it's what makes you better.
Sure.
In the long
It
run.
builds greatness, and that's how I've modeled my entire musical career.
Oh.
I never take it easy on myself. Anytime I mess up a lyric, I get punished. Bad Jeff! Don't mess up ever.
You don't have a coach. You just punish yourself.
It's just me. When my voice cracks on a high note, never again. If my jazz hands aren't jazzy enough, or if they're too jazzy. Don't over jazz or under jazz it, Jeff. Perfect amount of jazz every time. The thing is, I actually don't even mind the punishment anymore. I kind of like it.
I knew we were getting there.
I
Yep.
hope I mess up at least 7 times during my brand new song of the week. It's coming up right after this.
Get the whip ready, apparently.
It is time for my song of the week.
All right, Jeff,
Brooke
let's go.
and Jeffrey in the morning. And if you've ever been born, then chances are there was a genetic father involved somewhere along the line in that process.
It kind of has to be.
Well, like
you
real
never
quick,
know.
raise your hand if you had a human male that fathered you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pretty much everybody. Wow.
Brooke looks
Yeah.
confused.
Questioning.
Wow, we have more.
No, I love my dad.
don't know
Oh,
what
no,
you
I have the best dad ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. We have more in common than I thought.
Well done, Jeff.
And this weekend just happens to be Father's Day.
All right,
Would you
Dad.
look at that?
This is crazy. And I don't know why this happens, but some say when a man becomes a father,
Aw.
he starts doing things that he swore to himself he would never do when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like
That's
applying way too much sunscreen to just his nose. And using a roll of duct tape to fix the microwave and his back bumper.
Yeah.
And calling every dog buddy and every neighbor chief. It just happens naturally. So
Even my dad. Oh, hello, Chief.
I don't know why it happens, but it just does.
It's
and
life.
It's what makes dads so freaking dad.
It's one big circle. You're going to turn into him someday.
Yeah, that's why today I had to sing about all the weird, funny little things that only dads do
Awesome.
that just make them so dad. And instead of Dionne Warwick's classic hit,
Whoa.
That's What Friends Are For, It's young Jeffries. That's what dads are for.
Oh, this is going to be adorable.
Here we go. I'll point when I'm ready. This is for all the dads out there. Point. This guy wearing pants that zip away, and he'll convert them into shorts. He values functionality. Cell phone holster on his belt loop, and he's learned every lesson the hard way. At the airport he arrives 4 hours early to the gate, and yet that's still too close for comfort.
We should leave at 3 in the morning to beat traffic.
While driving, he's finding shortcuts that the GPS don't see. Detour, 'cause that's what dads are for. And he'll cry every time Tom Hanks dies in Private Ryan's tour. 'Cause dad sure loves world wars.
Oh, I just watched a 12-part docu-series on secret submarine war hinges of World War II.
Even Hitler would agree your dad's a thermostat Nazi. You don't pay the bills, now do you? Oh, and dad turns his lawn to work of art. Call him Michelangelo. The Sistine Chapel's his backyard. He could stare at grass for hours. Whoa, while biking or hiking. If you fall and scrape your knee, Dad's sure the cure is just rub dirt on that sore. His punchlines are a crime, jokes he's used since 1994. But he still laughs at them hardcore. Whoa, reclining, he's tiring. As soon as you turn on that movie, he will snore just like a dinosaur. Gives advice and turns off lights and lounges around the house in just his drawers, and screams while watching sports. Oh, rebuying, supplying, keeps a drawer of random batteries, and course his Radio Shack memoirs. For high fives and good cries, no one in this world will love you more. That's what dads are for. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Jeffrey, that was
It got
sweet.
emotional at the end.
Don't let your dad see you cry. That's not cool.
My dad cries more than anyone in my family. Are you kidding me? That guy is just a puddle of tears constantly.
Where would we be in our lives without our
Seriously.
dads?
Yeah.
So you could text in to 78592 and tell us what you thought about the song of the week. Shout out your dad if you want to, and go check out all of our videos that we're going to be posting up on our socials. We'll have the lyrics there, all of it at Brooke and Jeffrey. So hug your dad this Father's
There
Day.
you go.
Yes.
You might even call yours.
No, let's not go that far.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
We got a return player today. His name is Kevin. He's been on 9 times before, and he says his favorite segment on our show, other than this one, obviously, is the phone taps. And he loves the character Alan Winterbottom.
Oh, who doesn't?
So we obviously...
You're damn right I do. He's the best.
Oh, that was pretty good. Is that Alan's
Alan.
brother?
It might be.
Oh. Well, we got to get Alan in here to talk to you, so we need some music for Alan.
Huh? What is this place? There used to be a post office in here. Why is it so loud?
Oh, man.
Hey, Alan. Shut your yapper. This is Harry, your brother.
Harry.
Oh, I thought you passed 2 winters ago. You're still around?
No, that was our sister, Judy.
Oh, okay, yes.
Judy.
Let's go take a nap now, Harold, okay?
What was that?
It's not. Oh,
They can't hear.
Okay.
Where?
It's not even noon yet. You guys both
Okay.
need naps.
I wish there was more old men in the room. I'm going to leave.
Oh, Kevin, you're good at that. I like that, dude.
I've been practicing.
That's well done. Brooke's going to leave the studio so we can get to the game here. You got 30 seconds on the clock to answer as many questions as possible. If you don't know, and you can say pass, but you have to beat Brooke outright if you want to win. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Good luck, my man. Your time starts now. Today is Friday the 13th. Who was the villain in the Friday the 13th movie franchise?
Jason.
What is the plural form of the word fungus?
Fungi.
In the movie Back to the Future, what kind of car is a time machine?
DeLorean.
How do you say cheese in Spanish?
Queso.
In 2006, which planet was reclassified as a dwarf planet taken out of our official solar system?
Pluto.
In the movie Incredibles, what's the name of the baby?
Jack.
Peanuts are not a nut. What are they classified as?
Vegetable.
Ooh, dude, good game.
Kevin showed up to play today.
Yeah, you
No
did.
nonsense. Well done. Now,
It's because I'm 150 years old, Alan.
Is Harry still here?
The old
Harry,
brain works.
Harry, get on the shuttle bus to the casino. We've got other things to do.
no, apparently he's not going to the casino. This summer, Kevin is headed to Canada.
Ooh, I love Canada.
I'm assuming you're staying forever?
Yeah.
It's definitely been thought about.
It just seems so pleasant.
Yeah, very nice. Can I tell you my favorite Canada joke, Kevin?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, in Canada, the seasons are almost winter, winter, still winter, and road construction season. That's Canada for you.
Are you
That
sure?
goes any
Nice.
city, though.
Are you sure that wasn't Alan Winterbottom's joke?
Yeah,
That
it was. I
definitely
borrowed
felt
from
like
the guy.
a grandpa joke.
It was a grandpa joke, and
Yeah.
it slaps hard.
It's amazing that we
Jake
get.
is crying in the corner right now. He does not like us right
Oh,
now.
man.
embarrassed.
We're going to dedicate a whole show to roasting Canada one
There
time.
is. That wasn't even really a roast. Like, it was so
For
lame.
Canadians, it is.
Okay.
Trust me, they're crying right now.
Okay.
So, Brooke, are
That's
you
mean
ready?
to them, Brooke.
Yes, if it makes you talk about something else.
You're so lucky to work with us.
I
Your
know.
time starts now. Today is Friday the 13th. Who was the villain in the Friday the 13th movie franchise?
Oh, Jason?
What is the plural form of the word fungus?
Fungi.
In the movie Back to the Future, what kind of car is a time machine?
A DeLorean.
How do you say cheese in Spanish?
Queso.
In 2006, which planet was reclassified as a dwarf planet taken out of
Pluto.
our solar system? In the movie Incredibles, what's the name of the baby?
Jack.
Peanuts are not a nut. What are they classified as?
Legume.
Say that again?
Legume.
I thought it was like you.
Legume.
That's a
All
fun
right.
word.
Let's go to the scoreboard to see how everybody did with Jose
Meatball problems.
Bolaños.
Seriously, though, Kevin, you got 6 correct, bro.
Oh,
That is
the
such
Oh, man.
a
I
good
think I know
fire.
what's going to happen, though.
You think you know?
He's predicting the future.
Yeah.
Well, Brooke,
Yes.
7 correct. Wow.
Kevin, on such an amazing performance, Brooke
thought
has to
Kevin-
come
Damn it.
in and ruin the day for
Wow.
Brooke.
you. Here's the answers for everybody. Friday the 13th, in the movie franchise, the villain is Jason Voorhees.
We gave you both that.
Plural form of fungus is fungi. In Back to the Future, the time machine is a DeLorean. You say cheese in Spanish with the word queso.
I'm so proud you both knew it.
Yeah.
The planet reclassified into a dwarf planet taken out of the solar system was Pluto back in
poor
2006.
Pluto.
In the movie Incredibles, Jack is the baby, and peanuts are not a nut. They are considered legumes.
Yeah, not vegetables.
So, Kevin, I'm sorry, man.
gotcha.
Just barely not enough to win today. But here's the good news. Just for playing, we're going to give you a family 4-pack of tickets to Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live at Angel of the Winds Arena on June 21st.
Awesome. Wait,
Yeah.
June 21st?
June 21st.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to do Winbrook's Bucks same time on Monday.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.